So it happened again. I was just banned off PB Nation. This one is significantly funnier than the last time, though. And the last time was pretty funny, too, because it's, it's pretty pathetic. What happened is, about 2 months ago or so, I got about 4 or 5 PMs from different people asking me to show up in the Alien forums. Now, Alien is a gun company that makes basically an Intimidator-style clone gun, but it has what's called the sweep system, which is a modified valve and basically a backspin bolt. And we looked at backspin bolts last summer quite a bit, and couldn't get them to work. We used a Cooper T, we used a homemade version, we shot them, outside and didn't see any difference. We shot them inside at a shorter range and didn't see any difference. And so I showed up and said, I have some pretty good evidence that shows that backspin bolts don't work, and so, I asked him, repeatedly, can you tell me why your system works and these systems don't seem to work? Can you present evidence for your system working? And, this never really ended up happening. I have no idea why. He told me he had a video of it about a month and a half ago, and it was never posted, and so I kept asking, I have a scientific point of view because I'm bringing evidence to the table. If you don't have evidence of what you say, then you don't have a point of view. That's just the way science works. It's not me being mean, it's not me hating on aliens. Like, I personally have never shot an alien. I've only ever seen them. So I can't even say, if the alien's a great gun or not, because my only opposition to this whole thing is your assertion that the sweep system works is just not enough to be a scientific claim. You gotta show me that it works. I got evidence that shows that, for the most part, backspin bolts just didn't work for us. And so, we went back and forth on this several times, and eventually it got to the point where Jack said 2 things. Number 1, he was going to post a video, which he did. And number 2, that in exchange for a refundable deposit, I could get a remains to test come about springtime. And so, I thought, that's great, My issues with his video, he has a video out of it working. The main problem is that there's no chronograph in the test, which is really kind of frustrating because doing a range test without a chronograph is kind of like fundamental stuff. You gotta use a chrono, you just do. It tells you everything you need to know and shows, demonstrably what is true and what isn't. And so I've been talking to him about improving either his videos and releasing that, or I know one guy has private messaged me. He's interested in running the test himself, which would be fascinating. And Jack already offered me this this gun, and so Jack considers this video of his proof that it works. And, I mean, if we posted a video like that, we would get hounded. In fact, we did post a video like that, and we got hounded. But evidently the people in the alien forums don't want to have proof that it works. They just want to believe that it works. I find it interesting. I mean, I'm open to the possibility of it working. If it does work, that would be sweet. But I don't find his evidence compelling that it works because it is lacking just basic tenets of range testing, and so it really is pretty silly, and I don't know why. I just logged in, I don't know, like 2 hours ago. Nobody had said anything since last night about it, and last night it was interesting because Jack said that somebody else had tested this. And I think the quote, I can't pull it up because obviously I'm banned, I think the quote was, "Someone who measures this stuff for a living said that it worked." And so, I asked him to see this information, and he couldn't produce this information. And this is, fundamentally, this isn't even an argument to me about whether the bolt works or not. It's clearly no one in here understands aspects of science. We eliminate or control variables, such as using a chronograph to look at the chrono speed. We cite our sources if we have sources. You know, I clearly cited all of the videos that I'd done about backspins and stuff like that. We cite our sources. We release data in a scientific manner, meaning not just a video in your backyard. We did that a couple of times, and I'm horribly embarrassed that we did that because it's terrible. And it's just kind of pathetic that these guns have been for sale since 2005, and we have not seen demonstrable evidence that they work. And that's all I was asking for, is good evidence that they work, because I have evidence that shows they don't work. Now, admittedly, I've never touched an alien. We never tested an alien, but he can't tell me a difference between the backspin systems that he uses and the backspin systems that I tested. So it's like, I don't know, I wasn't hounding him or anything. I was just trying to teach him these basic tenets of science. You know, we cite our sources, we release data in a demonstrable way, in a repeatable way, with all the variables properly controlled. That's what we do. But evidently, in the 4 years or 5 years that aliens have been around, this has never happened, and so I consider this a great thing. You know, at least he's open to me testing it. Evidently, I don't know. I think a lot of people thought I was flaming them as alien owners, or like attacking Alien as a company or something like that. When all I'm mad about is the methodology, and I'm volunteering my time and my effort to basically, you know, if it works, then that's the greatest marketing claim that he could ever claim. You know, and I'm volunteering my time for this. Evidently, R. Luna or whatever, the PB Nation moderator, decided that I was trolling. I'm not sure about that. I guess I consider asking for evidence of a scientific principle as a matter of proper science. That's just how science works. That's what we learned in 8th grade when we learned the scientific method, is that ideas stand on their merit, on their evidentiary merit. Evidently, PB Nation doesn't agree, but you know, I don't even know what to think, because this is literally the funniest. This is way funnier than even the last time, where a mere mention of Tech PB got me banned. So I don't even know why I try anymore. It's astoundingly pathetic that you know, me just simply asking for evidence, and then when the evidence is presented, critically analyzing the evidence. You know, that's, you know, what, step 4 in the scientific method, after the data is collected, to analyze it. Evidently, this just doesn't work for these people. I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna upload this video because it's funny, and you guys hopefully will get a hoot out of it. But the primary point is, we don't have to believe in things in paintball. We don't have to have faith. We don't have to work in the theoretical. We can actually test these things. So let's test them. You know, the gun's been around for 5 years and nobody has done a repeatable demonstration of it working to even half scientific means. That's what I'm trying to change in paintball. And if I'm right about backspin bolts, then I'm right. And if I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. I'm sure that's not even going to be the last time I'm wrong. I was certainly wrong about the accuracy test. I was certainly wrong about paint to barrel match. I've been wrong about lots of things. That's okay with me to be wrong. I don't know. I think people think that... I don't even know what they think. It's just ridiculous. So, you guys have a good one, and I'll loll at PB Nation a little bit for me. And I'll talk to you later. We got some exciting tests coming up, including the alien test. So let me know. Alright, talk to you later. Bye.